Okay, perfect. I see that we're live. I'll go ahead and get started. Good afternoon. Welcome to Perkerson Elementary's Go Team meeting, where we will follow the agenda as it has been emailed to you and publicly noticed. I would like to remind everyone that this is a meeting of the Go Team. Only members of the team may participate in the discussion. Any members of the public present are here to quietly observe. For members of the Go Team, please identify yourself when you speak. I am pleased to call this meeting of the Perkerson Elementary School Go Team to order at 4:19. This meeting is preparing for the fiscal year 27 budget development. Perkerson Elementary Go Team Business Meeting number 4, December 18, 2025. Our first order of business is to call roll. Ms. Drew, the secretary, will now take roll.
Please answer present if you are present. Ms. Blackwell?
Present.
Ms. Tomlin? Absent. Ms. Muhammad Williams?
Present.
Mr. Garrett?
Present.
Ms. Walker?
Present.
Ms. Holmes is absent. Myself, present. Mr. Harris is absent. Mr. Poole?
Present. Present.
Mr. Tuberkia?
Present.
Thank you, Mr. Poole. Thank you, Mr. Tuberkia. That is
Gotcha.
all of our members.
Thank you. This team will only be able to take official action if a quorum is present. Ms. Drew, is there a quorum present?
We do have quorum.
Okay. Our first order of business is to approve the agenda. This was provided to you and a copy is here. Are there any changes to the agenda? May I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Yes.
A motion to approve.
A second.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions, please say abstain. It has been moved and seconded that we approve the agenda. Is there any discussion? We will proceed with the motion. We will review and approve the meeting minutes from our last meeting. The minutes have been provided to you. Are there any corrections? If there are no further corrections, may I have a motion to approve the previous meeting's minutes?
I motion that we approve the previous minute.
Thank you, Mr.
Meeting
Poole. A
minutes.
second.
I second.
All in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed, please say nay.
Aye.
Any abstentions, please say abstain. It has been moved and seconded that we approve the meeting minutes from the last meeting. Is there any discussion? We will proceed with the motion. To look ahead, we do have additional action items that we will formally address after discussion, as you see here, the 2025 to 2030 strategic plan and ranking our strategic objectives. We will now move to discussion items on our agenda. The first discussion item is finalizing the 2025 to 2030 school strategic plan and development process. Just to review, the strategic planning is based on the district's larger strategic plan, and we're just adapting it to fit our school's improvement plans. This is going to align us with the district to make sure we're all rowing in the same direction. Our 2030 strategic goals and objectives should be approved and ranked by January 2026. As I said previously, these strategies are going to be part of that budget and continuous improvement plan process. Just revisiting that larger plan by the district, two aspects of it. We're a community of believers, and under that, we have the tenets of our strength being our team, our responsibility being shared, and the system being effective and efficient. Under there, you have some more specifics. The other part of it is getting back to basics. In doing that, we're strengthening our instructional core, we're caring for every child, and we're sparking student curiosity. And this is where we come in our role for governance. So our purpose and what we are doing is we are educating and empowering Atlanta students to shape the future. And the actions that we're taking to satisfy our stakeholder needs are in the arenas of literacy, numeracy, college and career readiness. Just some examples of our initiatives and efforts to get results. We're caring for every child and expanding strategies that reduce chronic absenteeism. In our last meeting, just sort of showing how everything comes together in our work. Earlier on, we reviewed and proposed our mission and vision for 25 to 2030. After that, we reviewed and proposed our goals for 2025 to 2030. And what we did in our last meeting is we took our strategic objectives and we made them fit under these categories here. Under getting back to basics, we put our points there to help us strengthen our core, care for every child, and spark student curiosity. Under community of believers, we picked out strategic objectives that would help us make sure that our strength is our team, we're sharing responsibility, and that our school is efficient and, and that our school is efficient and effective. So this is where we are right now. We are on business meeting number 4, where we're approving our strategic plan and then moving on to rank our strategic objectives for the fiscal year 27. And I'm moving a little quickly to save us some time. Please stop me if you have any questions or anything like that. So this is where we come to right now. Again, we're reviewing and discussing that 25 to 2030 school strategic plan. And today we're actually going to take action on that plan via a vote. After that, we're going to review and discuss the 26 to 27 strategic plan objective rankings. Again, that's that Google form where we took those objectives to help us meet the district requirements, and we're putting them in a specific order to help us lead and guide our budget. So just to review, this is our strategic plan. I want to go over our mission with a focus on STEAM, being that we are a STEAM school: science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. Students will investigate thoroughly, think logically, and use creativity to develop leadership skills. Our vision is that at Perkerson Elementary, we are creating a challenging learning environment where we achieve excellence, think critically, and solve problems. So these are those strategic goals that we picked right over here. Strategic goal number 1 is by 2030, Perkerson Elementary will increase the percentage of students performing at proficiency and above in math from 20.5% to 45.5% for all students, and from 0 to 25% for students with disabilities as measured by the Georgia Milestone Assessment. Our strategic goal number 2, by 2030, Perkerson Elementary School will increase the percentage of students performing at proficient and above in ELA from 16.8% to at least 41.8% for all students, and from 5.6% to at least 30.6% for all students. Goal 3, by 2030, Perkerson Elementary School will increase the percentage of students who are not chronically absent from 62.3% to 77.3%. Goal 4, by 2030, Perkerson Elementary will increase the school climate star rating from 2 to 4. Under here, and when you see the large black and red headings, so those are those 2 parts of the Atlanta Public School District Improvement Plan that we are looking to fall under. So under and strengthening our instructional core, the strategic objectives that we selected as a Go team are to implement high quality, relevant, and engaging instructional materials and target resources towards subgroups. Under we are caring for every child, for Perkerson, we wanted to focus on expanding strategies that reduce chronic absenteeism and support restorative practices and tenets of PBIS, and we wanted to implement systematic culture and climate strategies. Under sparking student curiosity, we cultivate expressive and imaginative scholars by providing high quality, enriching instruction in fine arts, and we foster future-ready problem solvers by providing high quality, enriching instruction in technology and STEAM domains. Under that other aspect of our strength is our team, The objectives we selected for Perkerson are to increase concentration of highly effective teachers and leaders, prioritize engagement and retention for staff. Under our responsibility is shared, we chose build meaningful partnerships and increase access and engagement for families and communities. Under our school is efficient and effective, we chose build and support a culture of data-informed decision-making. So this is the part where we're actually going to take action on the 25 to 2030 strategic plan. So the GO team needs to take action on its new 25 to 2030 strategic plan. After the motion and a second, the GO team may have additional discussion. Once discussion is concluded, the GO team will vote. Okay, so our first action item is the strategic plan 2025 to 2030. I'm going to switch back to that slide just so we can take a look at that. Do I hear a motion to approve this item as our strategic plan of 2025-2030?
I motion.
Okay, a second.
I second that we approve the plan.
All in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed, thank you. All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions, please say abstain. Okay, it has been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Okay, in that case, we will proceed with the motion. Okay. Oh, excuse me, got a little bit of myself there. Preparing for the fiscal year 27 budget development process. The second discussion item is ranking our strategic objectives. So just so there's no confusion, the small objectives under strengthening our instructional core, caring for every child, those are what we're ranking in order of importance so that our budget can indicate that that is where we are placing our emphasis. If you have not done so already, again, please take 5 minutes to rank our strategic objectives through this Google form. Again, take your time with this as the order we decide on, will serve as budget parameters during budget discussions. Essentially, what we decide is the most important is going to be reflected in the budget. Okay. Again, I put that in the chat. I just want to double check here. Does anyone need more time to complete that? Again, you can message me privately, or you can just call out in the chat if you need some additional more time, or if you even need the actual Google form. Okay. So it sounds like no one needs any more time before we continue on.
I'm still working on mine. Hold on 1 second.
That's okay. Take your time. Again, these are very important because the order we decide as a group is going to, again, signify what we do with the budget. So we'll take a second here. Just let me know when you're finished.
Okay.
Team reported that a special supplemental bananas and peanuts can repair the damaged microbiome of Earth. The idea that effective developed microbiome could impair development of the immune system, perhaps even the central nervous system. So we want to be able to safe short-term. We want to make sure that we have it right.
Hmm.
Trace the journey and history that shaped who you are today. And the traits they passed down. Your connections to the past are always. You just how gifted you are. Only $29.
It's no secret the end of the year is the best time to buy at Lithia Spring School. Same thing on brand new vehicles starting at $10,900. Payments as low as $249 a month. Promise 0% APR and no payments for 90 days. So select all trade parts on eligible vehicles. All traded applications accepted. First come, first serve. And vehicles will be sold regardless of profit or loss. The year-end sales event at Lithia Spring Ford.
Almost half of American adults have obesity, a condition that was a fraction of that just 4 years ago. The scientists don't agree on what's caused the dramatic increase. If everyone does agree on, instead it's a
And then just to keep us in motion, as soon as we finally complete the form, we're going to take a look at the data ourselves, and then we'll compile our list of where everything is at, and we'll take a look at it just to make sure that via the eye test that it's something that we all agree with.
American insurance companies cover it, even though 2013, American Medical Association, some would say, finally recognized obesity as a disease.
It's a brain disease. It's a brain disease. And the brain tells us how much to eat, how much to store.
Dr. Fatima Cody Stanford, an obesity doctor at Christian Hospital, an associate professor at Harvard Medical School, says common beliefs about obesity are all wrong. And diet shows, like The Biggest Loser,
I'm trying to submit it, but it keeps saying something about please don't select more than one response per column, but
For many of us, we go on a diet.
I don't think I have put 2 responses per column.
Yeah, it might be if you make sure you scroll through on that bottom bar through all the different ones and just double check you that might not be that one was accidentally clicked twice, but just keep me posted on that.
Okay.
Brain the back to store what they needed or what the brain thinks it needs. So willpower, throw that out the window. My last feature that I saw was
Any luck, Miss Muhammad?
I had to start over. Hold on.
That's okay, no worries.
I don't know what's going on. Just go ahead, cause I don't got time for it.
That's all right. So what we can do is we're gonna take a look at the data now, and if you want, you can just vocalize as soon as we start ranking them, and we'll have input that way as well. Sound good?
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Here. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing for just one moment. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pull up our responses here. Okay. So this is what the data is looking like. And from here, we'll go ahead and start ranking them. So I'll ask for a little participation here, just as we all sort of take a look at the data and move our way through this. So this is how it looks on my end. So what we have here is we had A through A, and that represents all of the different strategic objectives. I have those here for you guys. Give me one moment to pull those up. Right there. So A through K are the different strategic objectives that we are currently looking to rank. All right. And the different colors up here indicate where they were ranked. So if they were this shade of blue, they were first ranked, this shade of red, second, so on and so forth. Any questions on that before I sort of start moving on and we put these in a specific order? I'll go ahead and do a slow pan. So this is what A and B are looking like. Over here, we have the number of people who actually selected that particular rank. So there is A, we have B, C, E, E, F, and there's G, H, I, J, and K. All right. So based on this, I'm gonna go ahead and again, this is very much we're doing it as it goes. So if you have a better way of thinking about it or of helping rank it, please feel free to come off mute and we can do it like that. So based on this, is anyone seeing any particular spot that jumps out that makes them think that that should be where we put our first ranking? Right here, I'm seeing a lot of red and green for A. For B, it gets a little bit darker. Same thing for C. We don't have too much over there. D, same thing a little bit later on. E, F, G, H, and I. When we get to K, we see that a lot of people actually rank that a little bit higher.
For I and K, correct?
Medication.
Say that again, Mr. Poole.
See that for I and K, correct? Or am I looking at that wrong?
Let me pull that up a little bit closer. Yeah, so I and K, I is showing us that we had one person rank it high, and a few more people as well. So it looks like we can go ahead and get started with I and K. Is everyone okay to get
Actually, I think that I, if I'm not mistaken, if you go back, scroll over the blue bar, I believe 3 people ranked it number 10.
Oh,
So
it's
I would
one of
say
the
that's a
lower ones.
lower priority.
Gotcha. Rank 8, rank 10, rank
But if we
2.
go over to K,
Let's see, 3 people ranked it first.
no, that was
Sorry.
rank.
And-
Oh, 3 people ranked first. Yeah, sorry. It's very little on my screen.
That's okay. And then one person ranked it 6, and then 2 people ranked it 10. So it looks like we'll get started. Just to give us a baseline to start, I'm going to go ahead and put K there, and then we're just going to sort of sort through this. So we'll put K at the very top for the time being. Once again, if you have any ideas on how you want us to proceed with this, I'm happy to go into that as well. So we'll go with K, and then we'll go back to the data just to take a closer look.
Maybe
So-
we should just go letter by letter and see how many rankings it got where and decide as a group where we should put that and then adjust accordingly. If like we have like 3 that we were all ranked 6, we have to go back and go, okay, these are what we ranked 6. How do we want to
Gotcha.
spread those out?
I see what you're saying. So let's go to A and follow that. So for A, we had one person rank it at 2, one person rank it at 3, and 2 people rank it at 4. So we'll say it had a rank of 2, 3, and 4.
I ranked it a 4 too, but I couldn't submit it.
That's okay.
Mr.
2, 3, and 4.
Mr. Is it Taberkia?
Taberkia, yes, ma'am.
It's Chandra from the Go Team office. If I might offer just a
Please.
suggestion, you see how the key is at the top where it has rank 1? No, right here where the colors
Right here,
up a little more, like next to the number 4. You see?
right here, right?
Yeah. See, so I think that color blue is what was ranked number 1. So if you scroll over and you can just find whatever letter had that blue as the most.
Ah, so K would be our highest.
I think so.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think I might be the dark blue. Wait,
Okay, let me pull it up again.
I'm getting my colors confused. Never
Yeah,
mind. Don't listen to
if
the
you
art
hover
teacher.
over, if you go back and hover over that blue, hover over it again.
Yeah, that one
See,
is
so
rank
so go on down right here. So that's rank 1. So the most people voted for this as
Gotcha.
number
Makes it
1.
a lot faster. Thank you so much. All right, guys, thank you for your patience with me. So I'll go ahead and put those in order real quick. So we had K at our very top. Rank number 2 is the one that had the most red. That one is looking like possibly F. Let me double check my work. So it looks like F was at 2.
There's a dark red and a light red.
Yes, we're looking at this dark red right here.
Are you sure that's the dark red? Scroll over to the rank.
Yeah, rank number 2.
Yep.
So the one that is the highest looks like it is F. F is at 2 for that dark
Wait,
red.
scroll over that F, the red.
Oh,
'Cause
that's
that
rank
says rank
9.
9.
Oh, Lord, these colors are very close. Okay, no worries. So it looks like the red ones are kind of possibly, we got a few, no, that's rank 9. So it looks like A and B are tied on the red. A, B, C are tied on the red. So A, B, C, E are tied on the red. A, B, C, E, G, and H. So A, B, C, G, E, and H. We might have to come back to those and sort those out. Let me go ahead and put those. We had A, B, C, E, and the last one was H. Okay.
Mr. Taberkia, this is Mr. Garrett. As
Yes,
as you
okay.
can, if you look at the ranking, because it's such a small number, the majority of them are 1s. So any of them where we voted 1 for multiple ranks, we're going to have to sort those out. So you may want to identify the ones that have 2s and the ones that are above 1s first. Because those will be the easiest to sort out, and then everything else that is just at the 1 level, we're gonna have to sort out those.
That's a great idea, Satu. So I see that the yellows only have 1 vote. Those are all not really sticking out to me. The greens, the dark green right here, those seem to have a little bit more participation. So that would be for rank number 4. We have A and G. Looks like A and G, if I'm thinking about this correctly, and G are a little bit higher up on the totem than those other ones that I highlighted. Does that make sense? I'm gonna add. Yes,
It looks
Satu, go
like
ahead.
it looks like A and G that at least 2 or more people agreed on the ranking
Yes,
that they
sir.
should be for. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
Right.
as a group, should we decide which one should be ranked for?
Between A or G, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
All right. So, give me 1 second to get my screen back up here. So, just between this, so right now our highest one is K, build and support a culture of data-informed decision-making. So now we just have to sort of sort between A and G here, between implementing high-quality, relevant, and engaging instructional materials, and increased concentration of highly effective teachers and leaders. Does anyone have any points that they want to share going into this discussion?
So yeah, I've ranked I it's a mouthful of words, but the one that is not increasing teachers, I think that focusing on culture should be important. Like the kids, I think that we should definitely focusing on what the kids should be having and getting in this environment, especially with the fact that we're going to have to make some hard decisions. So I think that the kids and the quality of their education should be.
So you're saying implement high quality, relevant, and engaging instructional materials at the top?
Yes, that would be my vote.
Over increased concentration of highly effective teachers and leaders. I could understand that. It puts more of the focus on what the students are actually doing. I think I can agree with that. Is everyone okay, or does anyone have a point counter to that before we sort of put A right under K?
No, I know we're working on A and K, and I don't want to confuse the issue, but if you don't set the climate, the learning environment, you're not going to be able to really engage the children with the high quality instructional material, because the climate is it's not being focused on. You're not creating
That makes a lot of sense. Go ahead.
Right.
I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm just.
No, thank you so much, Mr. Poole. Go on if you have anything else you want to add. I think that makes a lot of sense. Like, you can have the best lesson plan in the world, but if you don't have the teacher there to sort of get that buy-in and really create that culture, it makes it a little bit difficult. In the interest of time, I think we should go ahead and just put it to a vote. Just because I don't want to keep us here too long. So, if you would like to vote for A, if you could just state your name and your vote. I'm sorry,
Can
just
you
state your
please
name.
remind us which is A and which is K?
Yeah, am I sharing my screen right now?
Only the results.
Did it not change over? Hold on, give me 1 second. I've been looking at something a little bit different on my end. My bad, gang. Okay, so this is what I have on my end. So we have K at the top. Can everybody see the Word document?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. So if you want to choose A, implement high quality, relevant, and engaging instructional materials, could you just say I?
Aye.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So that's I for Satu. Anyone else? Okay. Again, I don't want to keep us here for too long, so I'm gonna go ahead.
Sorry.
I. So that's 2.
Wait,
Miss Muhammad.
before we vote, can you read what the other option is first? I was trying to compare, but I can't see.
That's okay. So
Okay.
A is implement high quality, relevant, and engaging instructional materials. The second option, G, is increased concentration of highly effective teachers and leaders. So I'll run that vote again. If you would like to choose implement high quality, relevant, and engaging instructional materials, please say aye. I know we had Satu and Ms. Muhammad. If you would like to choose increased concentration of highly effective teachers and leaders, say aye.
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 Aye. That's 2. That's 3 for Mr. Poole, myself, and Ms. Drew. Did everyone?
And I, Walker.
And Ms. Walker. Okay. So we'll go ahead and get those ranked up top. Okay. Now, when I switch over to another, I'm going to switch over back to the results. Can everyone see that when I make that switch? Can everyone see the data now on?
No.
No, right now we still see the letters and the explanation.
By pausing and unpausing. I
Mr.
know.
Okay, it's changing now.
Gotcha. Okay, I think I get the idea. Okay, so let's go back to ranking. So we have done K, A, and G. Let's start. We looked at the green to compare A and G. So now we're going to look at the dark purple, rank 5. Make sure we don't have a lot of ones there. So C is popping out at me, and H, C, H, I, and J. Okay, let me see if
Excuse me.
anything. Yes, sir.
All right, listen, if we had, if those two were the highest ranking and we were just deciding between those two, if G is number 1, wouldn't that by default put A at number 2?
Yes, sir. And that's the way it may have not been seen in the Word document, but that's where I put it right now. So our current order is K, G, and then A.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Okay, yeah, it does.
Okay, awesome.
So,
I'm
Mr.
gonna-
Taberkia, that means that we're trying to put rank number 5, right? We're looking for position 5.
Yes, sir. We're looking for position 5. Let me make sure
Okay.
that, and you guys see the data on my screen, correct?
Yes, we see the results, the graph.
Perfect. So it looks like for rank 5, we only have a few outliers, C, H, I, and J. I'm going to sort of go through these real quickly and see sort of like what we can know is ranked just based on what's popping out at us. But it looks like we might be due for some debate here, going back and forth between the two, because so this is that purplish color right there. There's only one there, 2 there. Okay, so we do have one that pops out. That is for rank 7. So I think the easiest thing, we might just have to go into a little bit of debate looking into rank 4. So rank 4 has us with, rank 5. We have C, and I'm going to reshare my screen to show us what these are. So we're going between C, H, I, and J. C, H, I, and J. Let me share again here, make sure I'm on the right spot. C, H, I, and J. So here are the ones that we're looking for. For our next ranking, we're doing C, H, I, and J. And just so, again, I'm going to highlight, I know this might be a little convoluted, but I'm going to highlight these green so we know that these are completed. And then C, H, I, and J are what we're currently debating right now. So let me separate this out so it makes a little bit more sense. So I'm going to go over the ones that we have right. Sorry,
K, G, and A, can we put the number that we have ranked them next to it so it's a little more clear?
So we have first for K, second for G, 3 for A. Okay, so these are the next ones in our ranking. We have expand strategies that reduce chronic absenteeism and support restorative practices, prioritize engagement and retention for staff. I, build meaningful partnerships, and J, increase access and engagement for families and communities. So right now, something that pops up to me is C, expanding strategies that reduce chronic absenteeism, because we know based on the other meetings, we have to get students in our seats. And for restorative practices and tenets of PBIS, that's just gonna, like what we've been going back to, it's gonna help improve the climate and make it easier for our students to learn, because that's a very important piece of it. So I'm personally leaning towards making C our very next one. Does anyone see anything that pops out at them?
I like C.
I like
This is
C.
Mr. Garrett. I like building meaningful partnerships. I think that especially coming up with these next couple of years, this next year, where it's going to be essential for us to deliver things with by having those partnerships. So I think that it's very important to have good partnerships so that we can provide for the children.
I see what you're saying. And so since those are the two that we seem to be drawn towards, I'll go ahead and put those up here. Okay. Does anyone have anything else that they want to share before we run this into a vote?
Yes, I just want to add that with looking at C and thinking about what's happening in our schools and what's happening in terms of data and what's driving the decisions around the schools, I know that our CCRPI, we did not do very well because of student attendance. And attendance also, is a part of how we get the numbers for the school. So in order for us to be able to have the partnerships and to have the school, we have to do something to help parents understand the importance of getting the students, to the school. So we have to improve that attendance before. I'll just say that it's a contributing factor to lots of other things, and even in terms of students showing progress. Like you have to be here, so we got to do something with that attendance. That's just my opinion about it.
No, I completely agree. Thank you for giving us the school side of it. So we'll go ahead and take it to a vote. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ms. Drew.
Real quick, I was just gonna say, this is Ms. Drew. I definitely agree about the keeping C where it is. However, I think that a big part of that would be J, increasing access and engagement for families and communities. The more our families are engaged in our school, the more they're going to make sure that their children are making it to school. And I think that a, well-attended school with a connected community is going to make it easier to do I and H. So I honestly think that that one should come before building meaningful partnerships and and prioritizing engagement for staff. Because if we don't have the students in the school, we don't have an engaged family of and families and communities. I don't know that, the partnerships are going to follow. It feels a little bit like putting the cart before the horse in that case.
That makes
Well,
sense.
I will say, as a homeroom teacher and being in communication with parents that had struggled with getting their students to school daily, those particular kids and families kind of see things a bit differently than parents who are like actively engaged. So I think that what we would have to do is to do something to target the specific kids. I think that even with the school engagement piece, that's fine that we have a lot of engagement, because even now we've increased student engagement, but we have the same students that are absent. And then like just talking to the students on a daily basis, sometimes they're just saying, well, my mom was tired. So it's not about like, and this particular kid was going to be in the program, and mom knew that. So like, I don't know how, if that's just an isolated case, but I don't think so. But for the most part, it's like we have a particular group of kids who year after year, they're the ones who are struggling with attendance. And those particular kids, it's the the responsibility fall on the parent to get them there. And then even when we've had conversation with the parent and included their children in different activities, it's the same students with the same problems. So I think that we'll have to figure out a way to target that group of absenteeism. And so That's why I say I have it as I would have it as a priority, because after those students are missing like so many days, even though we had more students who were at school every day and on time than we have students that are not, for some reason, because everybody is looking at data now, the data shows that, oh, we have a chronic situation at our school with absenteeism, when all along it may be like 10 kids, but those 10 kids have all missed 20 days.
And I'm agreeing with you and
That's
saying we keep C at 4, but I'm saying maybe we move J up to right after that, because I
Oh.
think about like those families and stuff where it's like, maybe if we have a more connected community, if this parent is having trouble getting their kids to school, maybe we can connect them with this other parent who lives nearby that can help get their kids to school.
I just want to drop in real quick. We have not formally made number 4C. I'm just sort of making an order as we go. Mr. Poole, did you have something you wanted to add? I saw your hand up.
I did. I mean, just from a business perspective, we're trying to make gains, and we can't be overly idealistic. We got to look at the situation and find the lowest hanging fruit. What we can't change the dynamics. I mean, would it be easier to build partnerships or to change a family dynamics? If you kind of understand what I'm trying to say. I mean, it sounds good. It sounds like it should morally, take the high most of our attention. But how easy is that to achieve versus some of the other objectives that we have there? I think that you could get the most momentum and the greatest gains if we focus on the things that we know we could turn around or make the most impact on the quickest.
Thank you, Mr. Poole.
That's just my 2 cent worth.
No, thank you, and we appreciate it. I saw another hand up. If you want to unmute and share, and then we're going to go ahead and start ranking these a little more.
So yeah, I raised my hand. This is Mr. Garrett again, and I've been in a lot of these meetings. And across the district, we have an attendance problem. And much to the point that Ms. Walker was mentioning, I think that there are families that have problems that simply increasing engagement or having certain programs are it's going to be beyond our ability to address. I think that having those partnerships will be able to allow us to address creative problems like those that we have with the community. Like it is through relationships that we're able to find carpools and different solutions to these problems. I don't think that it's just about, like, we have to be able to empower the children by giving them other options to get to school. And it's almost like it really feels bad because of a lot of this is distance. A lot of these parents, they live in areas where it's not the kid is just not able to walk in certain places and different things like that. And with the changing of these schools, it's only going to increase. So I mean, that's just my 2 cents on why I think partnerships is important or should be a priority, especially because Perkerson has, over the last couple of years, Perkerson has lost so many partnerships, and that is one of the reasons why we're losing attendance. Is people don't know about what's happening at Perkerson and the great things that's going on, and they're going to other schools. But okay,
that's a good point. So I think the good news is that we sort of prioritize engagement and retention for staff. We sort of know that's going to fall at the bottom of those. So it looks like we're really between C and I, those next positions. If you would like to take a vote for C, expand strategies that reduce chronic absenteeism and support restorative practice and tenets of PBIS, please say aye. I'll start with me. Aye. One vote for me for C. Anyone else?
Aye.
Aye.
Walker.
Drew.
Okay, that's Walker, Drew, and Miss Muhammad. I think that's 4 out of 7. So that'll be our number 4. I'll make it green. And thank you guys again for your patience as I move through this. Just looking forward ahead at the agenda. This is really the bulk of our work today, okay? So I want to thank y'all for your time today. Okay, so again, we didn't have a lot of people really speak up for point H, prioritize engagement and retention for staff. So we're going to put that right under there. Okay, and that only leaves us with a few more to rank here. Okay, so if it's all right with you guys, I might just leave this up here and we sort of look at it from there and sort it in there. And if we have to look at the data deeper, we'll do that. Is that all right with you guys?
Yes,
That
that's
works
fine
for
for me.
me. That works for me.
Perfect. So this is what we have left. We have target resources towards subgroups, cultivate expressive and imaginative scholars by providing high quality enriching instruction in fine arts. We have D, implement systematic culture and climate strategies. And F, foster future ready problem solvers by providing high quality enriching instruction in technology and STEAM domains. Something that pops up right at me, if we refer back to our mission, the first line in that is that we are a STEAM school. I think that's a program that really sets us apart and really sets the students apart. I mean, obviously you have the academic and the creative side of technology, along with their ability to express themselves artistically and think critically in that way. You've seen all the incredible STEAM projects we've been doing, the amount of talented students that we have who come out and show out for these fine art performances. So just based on our vision and our mission as a school, that leads me to want to put F as our next priority. I'm open to some discussion though, just so we can, keep the ball rolling.
This is Ms. Walker, and I wanted to just remind the group of the data that we had based on what's happening in our school with the subgroups. And also when Ms. Blackwell explained to us that our kids fall into several subgroups, and that data is showing that we are a targeted school because our subgroups are not making progress.
Excellent point.
So in order for our data to improve, then we need to be doing something different than what we've done in the past. From a tier 1 instructional standpoint, but definitely from the subgroup standpoint. So
it's an excellent point, Ms. Walker. Thank you. I'm going to move these up a little bit closer since these are the ones that we have been discussing. Okay. Any other thoughts before we sort of move it to a vote? Okay. If you would like to vote for F, foster future ready problem solvers by providing high quality enriching instruction in technology and STEAM domains, please say aye. That'll be 1 aye for me, Mr. Taberkia.
Aye.
That's
Aye.
2 for Satu, 3 for Ms. Drew. Okay, and we'll move down to target resources towards subgroups. If you would like to vote for that, please say aye.
aye, Walker.
Aye,
Okay.
Poole.
Mr. Poole, Ms. Walker. Do we have any abstentions? Okay, so that's 3/2. So we're gonna make this number 8, and that's number 9, and we'll move both of these to green. Okay, and so that just leaves our last 2. We have E, cultivate expressive and imaginative scholars by providing high quality enriching instruction in fine arts. And then we have D, implement systematic culture and climate strategies. So based on the fact that we do have a lot here about our culture and moving towards that, again, just based on the fact that we are STEAM, my vote is to make number 10 the next one. Again, I'm going to open the floor for discussions just so we can get everyone's insight here before finalizing our order.
I will point out that having full-time Spanish, music, and art teachers does help increase our CCRPI score. And that is something that we need to do according to the data that we have seen. So that's my 2 cents on that.
Thank you, Ms. Drew.
I would say that I'm okay with leaving it, as you have as 10 and 11, because honestly, many of these we will be working on, like one thing is going to impact another. So it'll kind of be like doing all these things, simultaneously. So, yes.
All right.
And another small bit of feedback, just with, E being where it is, I think it's important that we continue to focus on the fine arts. This year we moved to a schedule where our 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders have music and art every other week. And I've gotten a lot of feedback from students that they want to have both every week. So I think that it's not only important to our school and our CCRBI, but it's important to our students as well. And that is kind of at the end of the day, who we are all here for.
That's important.
That's a great point. All right. If you, I guess put it a different way, is anyone opposed to keeping this order as it is with those last 2? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and post these into the PowerPoint for us. Again, guys, thank you so much for your patience with me as I sort of work through that. So let me go ahead and take these off. I'm going to put these in our presentation. And then I'm going to continue with the rest of the presentation. Again, there is not too much left to go, guys. This was really the bulk of our work today. Okay. One moment here. Okay. So I'm going to go back to sharing my screen. I'm going to get us back into the presentation. And I'll clean that up post-meeting. Don't want to take up much more of anybody's time. Slideshow from current slide.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, please.
Okay, two things. One, under each of these processes or objectives that we have here, are we gonna be specific about what is being implemented? What instructional material has been implemented for that particular objective, and then how is it going to be measured, and when will it be measured? At what intervals?
Yes, sir. That's a great point. So right now we're just going through the order of sort of mapping out exactly what we're going to do and keeping that in mind as we go along the way so we don't sort of lose sight of where we're going. So that's going to be coming down a little bit further down the line. Right now, this is just a sort of ranking it so we make sure that our budget process shows where our importance is. Does that answer your question?
And then let me add on to that, Mr. Reverend Poole. Once we get the budget, we will utilize the budget to determine what does building a supportive culture of data-informed decision-making. Then we will decide what tools and resources and how we're going to measure it based on the budget. But our budget priorities will be based on how we ordered our strategic objectives. The next step will be for us to do what you just spoke of. Once we get the budget, determine what building meaningful partnerships will look like. What will increasing concentration of highly effective teachers and leaders look like? And Ms. Gibson, you can chime in if I'm not saying it, if I'm not explaining it correctly.
Nope, that's
No, that's
exactly
fine.
right.
That's
Yes,
fine.
that's
I just
exactly
want to. I'm just wanting to make sure, or asking if that's going to be a part of the future process, not today. And that's
Yes,
and that's great. Yeah.
And that's an excellent question, Reverend Poole.
Okay. Excellent.
The GO team ranked its strategic plan objectives in preparation for the 26 to 27 budget development process. The ranked objectives will serve as budget parameters during fiscal year 27 budget discussions. The GO team needs to take action on its ranked strategic plan objectives. After the motion and a second, the GO team may have additional discussion. Once discussion is concluded, the GO team will vote. So we decided on our order. So now just formality, we're going to go ahead and take action on it. Our second action item is ranking strategic objectives. Do I hear a motion to approve this item?
I motion to approve.
A second?
A second.
All in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions, please say abstain. It has been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Okay, so just a formality thing. So now that our discussion is over, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say, oh, sorry, let me get it one more
Aye.
second.
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions, please say abstain. Okay. So at our next meeting, we'll begin the discussion of the 26-27 budget. Let me or Principal Blackwell know of any additional information you need for our future discussion. Do we have any questions? All right. So again, the bulk of our work was ranking those strategic objectives. As you can see here, a lot of these items we've already discussed. Ms. Blackwell, just want to double check, but you don't have anything additional to add since we covered those CCRPI's results already, correct?
Yeah.
And then Satu, is there any additional updates from the cluster advisory team?
No.
All right. And as far as APS Forward 2040 goes, we already know the results of that. Again, we'll be combining with Finch at Sylvan Middle School a few years down the road. Do we have any announcements that we want to share? I know that today was officially the close of the uniform committee. I just want to double check if there's anything that we need to share there just before we continue on with that.
Nothing else to share. I am putting a proposal together to run past that too. Hopefully by the end of the night, so we can at least have everything situated for whenever our next PTA meeting to go ahead and start voting.
Thank you so much. I would suggest reaching out to Ms. Jacoby. Since today was the end of our committee, I just want to double check we have all of our ducks in a row with our continued work. Ms. Muhammad, does that make sense?
Yes, correct.
Perfect. Thanks so much. Any more announcements before we sort of wrap up the meeting, anyone? Okay.
I would like to say that I am excited to share the map data with you guys. I'm sure when I go to my next Go Team drop-in, that may be something that we can discuss in our next meeting in January. But it's extremely promising, and we are revamping and changing some things around based on that data. So I do look forward to sharing those results with the team.
Excellent news. We have reached the end of our agenda. Is there any additional business at this time? May I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
A motion to adjourn.
A second?
I second.
All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any abstentions? All right. It has been moved and seconded that we adjourn the meeting.